What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Pirlo 92, the 5-star, 4-star, very passing orientated Italian is in the Prime version. We have got multiple versions of Pirlo, his 89, well his 88, his 90 and now a 92. Heavily reliant on that passing meta for him, as well as some very close control dribbling and a little bit of shooting, nothing too crazy there. He has got flair and team player as the only two traits, and a shadow is definitely needed for him. In terms of the price of Pirlo, it's coming in at 326,000 coins, or 361,000 coins I may add, and in general, I've never really liked him heavily in a meta perspective, but in terms of a player, passing ability is absolutely exquisite. So we're going to jump straight into him and just show you what this maestro can do. I recommend using SkyCoach at skycoach.gg. Link will be in the description, and make sure on your checkout to use the code JT11 for a discount on your order. Straight on the ball. I'm always interested when a Pirlo and a Xavi are on the game because, like a lot of players, they don't necessarily fall into the meta. They're not a fast player. They're not got incredible amounts of shooting. You could have fooled me there. But in general, they are more based around the very slow sort of play. Their passing's normally pretty good. The dribbling side of stuff is not necessarily elite, but it's definitely good enough to kind of put in a work against some midfielders and defenders. We find him again here. It's not a bad little start off that pace. Obviously, the shadow is going to help with, obviously, the pace straight away. Get a nice ball in there. Vinny with a straight shot. And I don't know how Navas missed that one. Good defending on him. Little ball through to Vinny. Try and get the pass across. And it's a great assist from Vinny into Jesus. No matter how good or not good I think Pirlo can be, I most definitely don't think the price tag... Oh, imagine. I must have accidentally pressed the chip button. But no matter how expensive he is there, 361 is just not happening for the price. I don't think any version of Pirlo is worth that sort of dollar. Even at the start of the game, I still think he most definitely isn't worth that sort of pricing by any standard. So I'd say personally I'd be looking at kind of 200 and below, and that would be my final kind of offer for him. And even then, I personally just don't think he's worth over the 100k in terms of what we actually do have already. He's got the good passing, which we already have in a lot of players. We have obviously got a very nice Winter Wildcard Cruz SBC a few weeks back now that has expired, but most definitely if you did manage to do that card, I know the pricing was necessarily more than 300, but most definitely would have been a better player to definitely get in your squad. Even though he just is very similar in aspects, he still adds a little bit more of a dynamic. His main competitor really is always going to be Xavi, and I think with Xavi having that little bit more pace shooting on him, it is going to give him that bit of an advantage, even though Pirlo most definitely, passing-wise, is probably the better player, but again, I'd say it's more really kind of minuscule stuff. It's nothing that you could really categorically say he is way better at passing, but both of them have got an exquisite move set on him when it comes to getting that ball through to the attack. He's definitely good. If you've got that sort of DM role in you, then you're obviously always going to hit that ball through. Marquisio going for it that time. But in terms of kind of bringing the ball forward, Pirlo has been absolutely brilliant every single time there. His keeper's coming out a little bit. Can we get a little bit... Oh, no one's there at all. Good little dribble from him again. Like I say, in terms of agility, really, really nice. He can get that ball and thread it through every single time. It's just so accurate, it's unreal. Pirlo on defense. It's a good tackle from him. Shadow coming in clutch there. Looking for the 1-2 from Vinny if we can. It's going to find the inside. And again, the play is underway. Little ball across. Little one more. Get the chest. Get the volley. And that is gorgeous play from the attack. And again, Pirlo running forward. Can we find something? Like I say, in terms of shooting, there is just no point with Pirlo. He is an assist merchant, and that is personally where he's going to always have a better advantage. I wouldn't try and change his play for anything. He is definitely the more assisting player than any sort of shooter, unless you are very, very close. If you're close on goal, then give it a shot. He's got some sort of shooting on him like anybody. He has a base stat of it, but most definitely if you can get that assist off, that's going to be the better move. The passing is always going to be better on him as we find Messi in. It's a great assist, and I think Pirlo has just done himself justice there. Lovely little turn from him. Gets a ball into Messi, again away from everybody. Little dink. I thought the keeper would have come out, but it's a beautiful pass again. Messi screwing up the shot. We won't blame myself for that one. Into Pirlo's run. It's a great ball forward. Finds the shot, and Pirlo gets himself a goal as well. Lovely through on goal. Had the keeper beat, and it's a nice left foot as well. Oh, that's in. Pirlo's first touch. Second touch is a finish, and that is stunning. He can hit a ball, can't he? Honestly, take back what I said about shooting. That was phenomenal. There he is again. Oh, the hat-trick was too good to be true. Or can it? Nearly from Pirlo. It's a nice little spin from him. A little close dribbling, like I said. So going into the overall for Pirlo then. Coming in at 360 as we can see. The other versions we've got, to be honest, 131 and 197 for the base and mid, which to be honest is more than I'd expect from the base and mid of Pirlo. I would have thought the base would have definitely been sub 100 by now, and the mid probably very close to follow. In terms of the kind of comparison that you're going to go with, it's always going to be Xavi, and I definitely think the winter wildcard Kroos is going to be the other one in this argument, just because they're very similar. There's heavy reliance on obviously the passing. The pace is sometimes the issue with a lot of them. Pirlo definitely has the lowest out of all of them, and to be honest, I'm very shocked to see Xavi at nearly $500,000 still as well. Obviously with Kroos, he is an SBC that has gone, so you've got to take him with a pinch of salt now, because if you haven't finished him, obviously you can't. But in general, these cards are very, very top elite on the passing. In terms of information, it is only Kroos with a 5-star, hence the SBC, and Xavi unfortunately has a 3-star, 4-star compared to Pirlo's 4-5, and that is where the comparisons kind of end with them two. But in terms of their stats, if we are, for instance, going to go with a shadow on, I think, pretty much all of them. If I can even get to the shadow is the question. There we go. Shadow on you. We'll then go, we'll go shadow on Xavi, and then we'll also go shadow on Kroos. So as you can see, the pace is definitely coming in as Xavi and Kroos' favour, whereas it is a +7 and 8 loss compared to Pirlo's. In terms of defending, Kroos is going to have the better side of that. Passing wise, I feel like Xavi and Pirlo, like we said before, are very, very neck and neck in terms of passing. There is certain elements like free kick accuracy that Pirlo is going to have better, and it all depends on if that's what you need him for. Agility balance, Xavi's going to have that down to a T, and the dribbling is very nice, whereas balance is poor on both Pirlo and Kroos. And in terms of kind of like physicality and defending, it is going to be Kroos that runs away with that one. In general, Kroos is the one I'd go for in terms of kind of like a box-to-box. Xavi would be maybe next up if I was kind of going for a free midfield, I'd say. Two really good defensive, or a defensive and a box-to-box, and Xavi can kind of do the floating role with the passing. Pirlo, unfortunately, comes out as the least of all of them. I really think he is just a passing player, and that's it. Any player like this always reminds me of Thomas Muller. In terms of kind of stats, they just don't have that final product. In real life, incredible. Like, very, very top-end players. But in terms of stats on FIFA, it just doesn't work out for them, unfortunately. Overall wise for Pirlo as a centre mid, I'd be looking a solid 6, maybe 7, if we count the passing being one of the best in the game. So let me know down below what you think about Pirlo. Make sure you like and subscribe on this video, and I'll catch you all for the next one.